Guys, welcome back to this Wild Wednesday. As we do every couple of weeks, we speak with Justin Ludy from Palmetto Wildlife Extractors about some of the pets that, you know, when you see them on Nat Geo, they're super cute. But when they're actually in your house and they're causing damage and creating an issue for your family's safety, that's a whole different story. First, good morning to you, my brother. So let's talk today about rats and mice that can do some damage you may not even know about in your house until it can be too late, right?
That's right. I mean, you start hearing a little bit of noises in the attic. People think it's their house settling, something's on the roof.
Right.
And then they start seeing insulation coming out of their vents inside the house, start smelling an odor, water line bursts, that sort of thing. Then they call a company like ours out.
What kind of odor am I going to be smelling? Is it actually the rat? Hope you're not having breakfast. The rat feces, the rat pee, I guess?
Definitely is urine. I mean, it's defecation from the rodent. So, I mean, it's got a unique smell.
Right. And so that'll start obviously blowing through up there, and you'll start getting on the vent. You walk by and you're like, what is that? You start blaming the dog. I mean, if you're like me, that wasn't me, baby, it was a dog. But it turns out it could be the rats.
Exactly. It definitely can be the rat. So they start defecating in the ductwork and stuff. You start smelling it.
What kind of damage can they do, aside from, you know, the rather offensive odor? What kind of damage and concern for safety can, you know, these little rodents do?
I mean, there's a lot of zoonotic diseases you can catch off of rodents. The hantavirus is one that's common. Luckily, we hadn't had any cases here.
Right.
So, I mean, they're eating just scavenge, you know, sewer stuff, that sort of thing. So as they digest it and defecate, you're ingesting it, is there. So. What
about things that they chew? You know, you alluded to, you alluded to some of the insulation, but what about wires and things? They could expose wires, and that could potentially create a fire hazard for you or for us.
Right. They'll chew up electrical wires, phone lines. One of the most common things we get is water lines. A lot of the moisture starts occurring on the water lines. They'll start chewing through it, and then it seeps, and then it bursts, and
suddenly you're sitting it downstairs watching TV, and all of a sudden you start getting a drip on your head downstairs, and that's a problem, right?
Exactly. That's definitely an issue.
Short of calling experts like you guys to come out and get rid of the rats, is there anything I could do at my house just to kind of protect, or maybe if I get a sense there is, kind of put mouse traps out and stuff?
Mouse traps, I recommend trapping 100%. Any types of poison, they say that they don't stink when they die, but we get tons of calls every day about dead animals. So I'm not opposed to putting poison out.
Okay, but poison, you're right. They chew the poison, then they go somewhere in your house and die, and eventually they're gonna stank.
That's right.
Right, and so at least a trap, you know where he is, you catch him, then you got to go in and remove him with like big gloves. And you're like, oh my God. Or just call you.
Yep, just like call us. That's right.
So that can happen. Though, is there any time of year? Is it this time of year? Is it wintertime when you see more calls for rats and mice inside your house? Definitely in the cooler months, we get more calls. They transition. You know, in the cooler months, they're in the attics. Warmer months, they're in the crawl space. I get you. So they're all around. Yep. Justin Ludy, Palmetto Wildlife Extractors. Guys, we'll put links for you at abccolumbia.com and some tips on keeping the rats out of your house, what to do with them, and ultimately if you've got to call an expert to come in and just get rid of your house. It can be a serious safety hazard. Stay with us. We're coming back on this Wild Wednesday.